Mr. Country CEO back in the house again, man. Look, welcome back to the channel, subscribers, family, and friends. We are continuing in these series of videos talking about why did I start a dump truck business. I left off the last video telling you about having picked up this truck that I bought, a 1994 Kenworth, 600,000 miles, and now I am officially in the dump truck business, right? I got a truck. I'm in business, right? And so we came on back to Louisiana with that truck, man, and got my insurance. Well, I had to have insurance binder when I went over there, but I got my full insurance policy from the place locally that was doing all the truckers. Paid my road taxes. And man, look, that was it. It was time to try to put it on the road, right? And so this video is going to talk about some rude awakenings that happened to me in the dump truck business, right? So I get in my truck one day, I'll say, okay, wow, got everything, I'm ready to go, time to go to work. And I went down on the limestone yard, them guys were offloading barges, and I was under the assumption that you could just get the truck and go down there and they'll put you to work. Well, got down there and quickly found out it don't work like that. I went in the office and hey, I'm so-and-so, and this, I come to work, get on and all that. And the guy did give me different people's name because at that time, the people that offloaded barges off the river and the people who ran the limestone off the yard were two different people. All right, and so got that information. Guy on the yard told me what I needed to do to be at a haul for them. And then that same guy I told you about in the previous video, his dad worked with me at the concrete plant. He was one of the ones that was offloading. And so I parked my truck. He called me, begged for me to get in the truck with him. And so, first of all, let me tell you, that was the first rude awakening, that getting truck and just go on certain jobs and think you're going to get put on, it rarely works like that. All right, there's processes and procedures and systems and structures that be in place. Don't miss that. And so there was a system and a structure down there, or if you want to just tell it like it is, a pecking order. And unbeknownst to me, it was a rude awakening for me. So I got in the truck with the guy, and great guy. We were just talking the other day, matter of fact, and he's still out here. And he told me how it works, with the barges. They got their own crew, and there's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guy, right? But when there's barges at multiple locations on the river, they need help then, and that's what I would have an opportunity to be able to work. And he pointed to the guy who was the number 1 truck and guy over the barges and told me who he was and gave me his number. And so, hey, contact him when you get ready to leave. Let him know who he is, and he'll tell you how to get set up. All right, but let me know. It was an order to that thing. All right, but what he did do for me that helped me was that he told me what I needed to do. He said, man, what you need to do, you need to get the yellow pages. And yes, back then in 2000, we still had phone books and yellow pages and white pages. He said, get the yellow pages and go through there and look for your construction companies, your dirt pits, your limestone yards. He's saying you send them your information and your insurance and W-9 and all that, and get on their list. Tell them you're calling to get on their haul list, their truck haul list. You got a Triax. And he told me about a limestone yard across the river that I could go work for immediately. Didn't pay the best. They don't pay the best, but they can put you to work. Okay, great. I left him that day with a better understanding, but it was a rude awakening overall to that. The business just doesn't work. You go get a truck and you go to work. All right, I could really, that's just a nugget right there, right? And so you got to know how to work within the systems and the structures. So what I did, went home, got in the phone book, made lists, called all these people, got on their list, and that one yard that he said would work me, did work me. I went over there and it literally, watch this, used to be 7, 8 loads, and I might have made $350, $400. This is in the year 2000. And that was a rude awakening, right? The money, I was like, wow, $350, $400 a day, all day, by 7 loads. And of course, don't get me wrong, fuel back in the year 2000 wasn't like $1.19. So the fuel was real cheap, right? But hey, I was driving my own truck. I began to work with that limestone company every day. They was working me. Wasn't the best rates, but at the end of the week, I scratch out anywhere between $1,500 to $1,800 a week. And my note on my truck wasn't but $15. So I was like, okay, make $1,500, $1,800 a week. I could pay my note. I could pay my insurance. I had myself on a strict salary of basically just paying enough to pay my bills and leave me with $100 a week. Did you get that? So you got to make some sacrifices. Rude awakening, right? But I made those sacrifices in the beginning. And so I just began to run with that limestone yard. They were working me. Then next thing you know, the guy would call me off the barge whenever they would need help. And one thing struck me, what I started to do is with that, the limestone yard was sending me to these plants, job sites, and different things that would also use trucks on site in the plant otherwise, right? And so I just began to give them my car because the company just hauled limestone. At that time, they didn't rent their trucks out to different people. They needed their trucks to offload limestone. So I wasn't stepping on their feet, right? So I started giving cars to people. And next thing you know, 5, 6, 7, 8 months later, companies calling me, hey, we got your car 6 months ago. Are you available for truck rental to come into plant? Different things like that. So that's how I began to build things up, start getting callbacks, that kind of thing, right? But it was a rude awakening for, it was Perry Jones Jr. trucking at that time. And, so hopefully you can take from my story is that, sometimes things are not going to be all that they should be. Did I research like I should? No. That's why I made this channel, so I can help others to research properly. Let me give you another rude awakening. Before, there was a little interval between when my friend told me to go with that limestone yard and me actually getting on, maybe about a week in advance. So I'm having a truck, and I remember nothing to do one of those days. And I was laying up in the bed, and I'd ask myself, man, I wonder if I done messed up. Doubt creeped in just for a moment. And I began to feel a shiver over me like, wow, I might be done messed up. And then, but something kicked in and said, no, you ain't messed up. This is going to work. Get after it. Get out there and hustle. Look for it. It's going to work. And kid you not, a positive attitude works. The next day, I got a call from Dwayne Collins, a guy up here that knows me. He had a little tandem. Called me to work on an on-site dirt job with him. And I worked 3 or 4 days and made some money. So that encouraged me to let me know, stick with it. Don't let, just because you got a few days of doing nothing, cause you to fret and get upset about nothing, right? Keep plugging away. All right, so that's all I want to tell you in this video about the rude awakenings that I got. Let's go into the next video. I'm going to tell you about some good stuff that began to happen. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, notification bell. I'm gone.